Good morning. I am in Germany. Today is the 15th of August 2018, and I would like to show you if it is possible to pass the border between two countries without any documents. I have no identity card, no passport, no driving license, exactly nothing, and I'm going to go forward through this field, and over there you can see a border between Poland and Germany. Now I am in Germany. You can have a look. Even trees are counted. You can see 270. So in German, Ordnung muss sein. Okay, and in the last days, in the last couple of months exactly, you can hear in media that there is a problem with refugees, especially illegal refugees, which pass the border, and they come into European community without any documents, and you can hear about preparing to war, especially in Poland. There are a lot of tanks and soldiers in Poland. Poland really is preparing to war, I think, between Russia and Poland, maybe between Muslim and Catholic. However, today I would like to show you if it is true that country border is really guarded, is really secured. Where is police? Where is port guard, security? So I'm just talking and standing on German street. On my left side there is forest. Here there is house ruin. On my right hand there is a field, and this forest behind it's in Poland territory. And as you can see, there is a little cars, especially with German plates, of course, because this is German territory, sometimes with Polish plates, and no control, no board control. So let's have a look. Is it possible to pass the Polish-Germany country border? Maybe it's much easier to wear like a soldier, I mean colors of trousers and other clothes, but I'm just wearing today like every guy, like ordinary person, like everyone, like youth. Today is sunny weather. It is morning, beautiful morning, and I would like to show you that this is possible to pass the border without any documents. Look at me. I'm just wearing t-shirt. This is heavy metal group, Slayer. Trousers black and dark blue shoes. So I'm wearing like everyone, just ordinary person. Why? Because I speak German, I speak Polish, and so I would like to look as person which live here, to be not recognized as a refugee or a stranger. Okay, so we are approaching to these two poles. This is a markering of border, German and Polish border. Of course, this is internal border. I mean between two countries which are inside European Community. But I can show you much more holes, much more possibilities to cross the border, to pass the green border external. For example, from Poland to Russia, from Poland to Ukraine. This is possible, but this way is known for, especially for people which do contraband. So of course I'm not going to be in prison. So today I'm going only to show you how to cross internal border between two countries which are inside European Community, European nations. So we are approaching with just ordinary clothes to the border. I'm inviting you to beautiful trip. We are inside the forest. This track is used by wild big animals, for example deers and wild pigs, not by human, I'm sure. Here maybe was sleeping a big animal. And I would like to show you why I'm standing in the forest. Of course, you can cross the field, but when you are passing the field exactly in the middle, when you are crossing in the middle of a big field, so this is big area and you are visible for everyone, for soldiers, for board guard, for police. And I'm just walking the same way, but so I'm approaching to the border, but not direct through open area, through field, but I'm walking between field and forest, so it is wall of forest. And let's have a look. Over there is a border, so let's approach. Yes, so we are approaching. You can see Polish and Germany border, these marks. And as I said before, I'm not going direct through open area, but through this forest, exactly inside the wall of forest. Over there, from Polish side, on Polish side, there is swamp and wild lakes, because territory is lower, so level of ground is lower. And let's have a look if it's real. And nobody, no security, no border control, no border guard. I can see just nothing. Beautiful weather, and this is important to be invisible. If you do not want to be recognized as a refugee without documents. But today I'm wearing just ordinary clothes. So I have to be very carefully because I do not want to be recognized and I have no documents. It's much easier to pass to illegal pass country border when you wear the same wear like soldiers, but today I'm wearing like ordinary person. So let's no run because when you're running it's much easier to recognize you. Let's walk but slowly. So I'm just sneaking. You can see German pole. Okay, this is a border, a point of border between Poland and Germany. Germany is behind me, and here in the front of me there is Poland. And let's have a look over there on this hill. There is another mark. Over there is a house, ruin, and in the front of this house there's a street. This is German pole, German mark. So I'm just crossing illegal country border. This cross, this plus exactly is das Grenze is border, country border. So I'm just crossing, and now I'm in Poland, and I need to sneak and come inside to this swamp. So I am in Polish territory. This is territory of my enemies. I ran out from Poland, so I cannot officially come back because I could be in prison immediately. And you can see forest, wild forest. You can see a swamp will be a little bit farther. And if you have a look with me, there is exactly nobody, no person, no security, no police, no border guard. So let's come and let's have a look how it is possible to pass to move inside the forest, to move through border place. In this forest, oh, you can see. Let's have a look. Yum yum. This is Polish. Very tasty. So Poland is not so bad. Not only anti-Semitism, not only crime, not only soldiers and police. Okay, and let's cross this bush. So look at this wall of bush. Of course we are not in jungle, this is Poland, but on the other side of this green wall there is a real swamp, and you can find there snakes. Not very big because this is not Amazon or Amazon River, but venomous snakes are possible to find in Poland. This is not big snakes, but very dangerous, and it's much better to pass the border on spring or autumn. Why? Today we've got sunny weather. Today there is August and summer time, and for reptiles it's good weather to hunt. They are very active. Uh, it means all reptiles, inclusive venomous snakes. So this is not good weather for crossing the border and walking through wild forest. But anyway, if I hear, I'll try to go forward, but slowly, carefully, and I will be looking on the grass step by step, carefully. I have to look exactly where I put my feet, my boot, and step by step I will be sneaking. Okay, I'm on the other side of this green wall. I can see a beautiful place, and I cannot see soldiers or preparing to war, but military conflict really is hanging above Poland, and a lot of people, a lot of politics say that during this year, it means in 2018, something should begin, a war conflict. So we are in Poland before war conflict begins. Yes, this is very wild forest, beautiful place, but anyway we need to be careful, to be invisible, to be not recognized. So I'm alive without venomous snake bite, and look, this is mark not by human made, rather I think rather by wild pig. So there are big animals living here. Oh, spider is hanging. So if we want to be invisible, let's come around, and this net should be left. Okay, we are entering the swamp. Let's go on. Okay, and one more tip. Why for refugee is more useful to crossing border through swamp and not through dry earth. Look at these. When I put feet here, and you can hear the sound. Yes, you can hear the sound, and someone could hear you. But when earth is wet, you can hear exactly just nothing. Yes, look at sea of this grass. If you can see something like this, it seems you're in swamp. The swamp begins, so let's be careful not to throw inside a wild lake. It could be deep. this kind of grass shows you about swamp, about wet ground, and why I decide to go here, to go through swamp. It's quite easy because bad weather and wild nature are friends of contrabandists and refugees and illegal immigrants and soldiers and every person who wants to illegal pass the border or to perpetrate something and so too much dry leaves, so I'm walking too loud, so I will be walking through much more wet ground. And about the time of crossing border, it is much more easier to cross the border when you want to be invisible, wearing soldiers wear, and in autumn when it's fog, rain or even snow, so when it's foggy and snowing weather, you are really invisible. And do not believe, please, that border guard and police are dreaming about catching you and in prison. They used to do nothing. Usually they are waiting for receive their salaries. They are lazy bones. They have family, children, banks credits, they have cars in credit, they have flats in credit, and they do not want to risk their life. So especially police and security and border guard are sitting inside their offices, and they do not want to come out to fight with you and to catch you, because it is dangerous. If illegal immigrant could have weapon, could have experienced fighter, so it's much better to sitting in warm office, because they are sitting for the same salary if they are running through the forest and trying to catch you. so bad weather and wild nature is our friends. And enemy are sunny, shiny weather and official crossing border point, where is check control, passport control, checkpoint. Okay, we are approaching to the swamp. Yes, here it is, and we need to cross this territory to pass the swamp. However, we are on Polish territory, but we need to cross this very wet grass. You can find here snakes, not only venomous, the biggest are not venomous, but anyway they could you could be scary. Yes, in Poland there is a really wild nature. Yes, and now we are on dry territory. What do you think? What is this in the front of me? Who could do it? What do you think? Who live in this forest? These are wild pigs. So here wild pigs were seeking something tasty for eating. So a lot of marks after wild pigs. It means here there is dangerous after sunset. Whoa, whoa. Even small turtles you can find, not only snakes. I have to look around not to be found by border guard. But inside the swamp it's difficult to find border guard or police, because this is not pleasure place for them, rather for Rambo. Oh, and I would like to show you when I'm walking through wet ground and through grass which grows on swamps. I can walk much more quiet than on dry ground. So it's Poland. I'm not in the jungle in Africa or in South America. This is Poland. This is exactly Polish-German border. I think here was wild pig looking for something tasty, and look, nobody can hear me when I'm walking through wet ground, through wet soil, and I'm real invisible because this is a lot of grass. Sometimes grass has 3 meters high. Sometimes you can find beautiful flowers. Yes, this is water standing inside this grass. So grass is growing from water. This is real swamp. So, and let's have a look how high could be grass. now I'm carrying this my telephone on my head height, and look at this grass, much higher, about 3 meters. Yes, and I am approaching to the end of swamp. Oh, too loud. I have to be more carefully. And one person is for one person is very easy to pass the border, to be not recognized, to be invisible. However, I have to be very quiet. But for crowd, for a lot of people, it's impossible. And I need to cross this territory. There is water standing. Yes, and now I'm trying to getting out from the swamp, okay, to the dry territory, and I'm approaching to the street and parking. And now my comment. I moved away from Poland about 1 year ago, and I'm not going to come back because this is too dangerous for me. I do not want to risk my life, the loss of my life. But I would like to show you what happened. I was charged about crime, a lot of bad deeds, inclusive kill, rape after death. I know it sounds very funny, but even police caught the real perpetrator. They release him, and it is written that he was trying to help the victim. And I was cleaning a wall in my flat in Polish town, because to 1 meter high there was blood. And I was owner. I don't know if I am, because maybe it was confiscation, the property. I don't know. I'm not interested now with it. But as I was the holder, as I was the owner of the property, of the real estate, of course I was charged about killing and kill and rape after death this victim. It was Polish businessman. I didn't know about this. I was abroad at this time, but it doesn't matter. After that, I was charged about robbery. So I have stolen about 20 trucks. I don't know how many, I don't know which, but police was trying to catch me. And one time I came willingly, and I asked at police station what happened, why do you seek me. And of course there was written in documents that I'm a witness, and I asked what happened, what do you want to hear from me. Just nothing. You are charged about robbery of 20 trucks and a couple of smaller vans, cars, especially very comfortable cars. I don't know what kind of cars, but anyway, I'm charged, I am guilty. After that, Polish police was trying to catch me, was looking for me in places where I could be, where I used to be, in my where I was working, where I was living, where my family was living, my parents were living. My people with I was cooperating, and police asked me, where are stolen by you cars? I had answered, I have stolen just nothing. I don't know what you are talking about. But they wanted to arrest me. They confiscated my money from my pocket. It was terrible. They were shouting, "You are terrible Jew, you will be in prison, you will die in prison, you will be hanged up." So what should I do? Of course I emigrated from Poland. It was a time where was real diplomatic conflict between Poland and Israel, and it concerns the second half of 2017 years a year, and the first part of 2018. It was accumulation, it was at the top of this diplomatic conflict. In June 2019 there was official ending of this conflict, but anyway I do not want to come back to Poland, especially using official way, because I could be arrested. And the most important what I would like to show you today, and why I decided to come to Poland and to cross the border, to pass the green border, illegal, without documents, without control, because I would like to avoid police control. I do not want to drive a car. I do not want to walk through official crossing the country border. And why? Because I wonder, I would like to have a look at my parking, at the place of my work, because my last job in Poland, it was instructor. I was instructor of trucking. I was teaching to drive a truck, to drive to the ramp, to fix the load with straps, to understand international law and everything what is needed for international transport of goods. So I was instructor of trucking. A very useful profession. I had a lot of job, a lot of hours I was working, a lot of candidates for truck drivers, especially from Ukraine and vice Rusland. It will be in Belarus. Why? Because they are a person from out of European community, and they need to have visa and permission for work. And in case of big corruption, they very often became a driving license, but they was teaching. They were the first step making on my parking. So the first way, the first place when they sit inside the real truck, it was my working place. And I was teaching to driving a truck, and police asked me, where did you see the last time stolen trucks and stolen vans? At first I answered, I have never stole something. I have never stolen car or truck or something like this. At the second, the last, and police asked me about items. It means vans with plates. If I recognize, if I know where they are and what, and if I know something about these stolen vans and trucks. About trucks, I had answered that it could be trucks of clients of my employer. And I don't know about stealing, rather they are using by their owners, and there was never steal. I don't know about this kind of situation. Then I asked, I had heard ask about a question about vans, stolen vans, and numbers of stolen vans, and where are they? I don't know, I had answered. So where did you see these vans? And there were a list of numbers of plates. Where did you see the last time these vans? And I answered, on the parking where I was teaching trucking, how to drive a truck. On this parking, I was working on this parking as an instructor of trucking, and on the same parking I saw a lot of trucks, a lot of vans, because this is parking of my employer. Okay, so where it is and when did you see the last time these vans? And I said, this is parking on the border, on the Polish-German country border between two countries. Our neighbors are inspection of road transport, the same as in Germany, BAG, Bundesagentur für Güterverkehr, this is the same place, this is the same square, because my employer and inspection of road transport are neighbors and use the same parking. And on this parking I saw in about in autumn, it was end of summer of 2017, and the last time I saw there vans and trucks, inclusive these vans which were seeking by the police as stolen cars. After that, police was trying about 1 year to catch me, to imprison me. Even there was even police applied to the Polish court to give permission to catch me and to make me wanted. So in other countries in Europe I could be caught by police, for example German police, or in Belgium or in Holland police, or as a wanted person, a very dangerous person, the same like terrorist, and to be arrested and to be deported to Poland. And even Polish court did not agree to this apply, because there was no reason. I did nothing wrong. But police wants me to catch, to imprison, and anyhow police wants to catch me. Polish police, of course. So I'm not wanted by international document, but in Poland I feel I feel danger, because this is I could be caught and imprisoned and kill in every moment. That's why I decided not to cross the border official way. And as I said, in August of 2017, I saw the last time vans which police is looking for as stolen cars. Of course, I don't know, and I'm not sure if they have ever stolen, but in autumn, it was about, I think, December of